Welcome back. As we mentioned earlier, the House is set to vote this weekend on a series of supplemental spending bills, including one to provide additional aid for Ukraine. The vote comes at a tenuous moment for House Speaker Mike Johnson, who could lose his job over the bill. It also comes at a tenuous moment in Ukraine's war with Russia, with reports of Ukrainian troops' morale dwindling along with their ammo, and President Zelensky warning that it cannot win the war without continued support from the U.S. Congress. Democratic Congressman Wiley Nickel traveled to Ukraine earlier this month and met face-to-face with President Zelensky. The congressman joins me now. So, Congressman, having had an opportunity to look over these bills now, are you more confident now than you were a week ago that the House can actually get this done? Yeah, no, very, very confident. This is good news that we're seeing today for America's national security, for standing with our allies around the globe. So we're basically seeing the Senate bill that passed in a bipartisan way, 70 votes. Brought to the House in different pieces, but there's certainly enough votes to move the bipartisan pieces through the House.
One of the criticisms of this effort is that this will not be the last time we have to kind of provide more aid for Ukraine, and that this could potentially go on forever. Are you satisfied that what's in this bill can sort of fundamentally change the direction of this war, or is this a never-ending ask, as the critics say?
No, I was impressed with the ground that Ukraine has made up on my visit, and this is the point I think that we need to make here is this is a choice about handing over Ukraine and Eastern Europe to Putin. If we do nothing, that's what's going to happen this year. So by providing this military assistance, Ukraine will be able to defend their country. And that's where we are right now on the ground. They are teetering on a knife's edge, but with this support, they're going to be able to defend their country. But most importantly, this is about sending a message to the rest of the world that the U.S. is going to honor our commitments and we're going to stand with our friends.
The Democratic whip today reportedly told members to use their personal relationships to try to come up with the 218 votes that you would need for a discharge petition. Essentially, if this plan fails, to get the full supplemental across the transom, if you will. What do you think is more likely, that these 5 bills now pass through the House as the Speaker wants, or that you guys have to go to that kind of emergency break glass option and try to force a discharge petition?
I think that was a world, 24 hours ago, and right now with
it's changing that quickly.
Yeah. Well, I think what we're seeing is a set of bills that are going to get broad bipartisan support, and they will allow us to stand with Israel, Ukraine, and Taiwan.
I feel like since we started this debate over this particular supplemental bill last fall, the temperature has been very high. The rhetoric has always been that Ukraine is in danger right now. They could lose right now. That was the case in November. It's now April. What is the relative level of concern about the timing here? And why should people out there believe that the need is so dire now when it's been so dire since November?
Well, what I saw was an armed forces that's running out of ammunition, and the supply chain to get that aid to them, it doesn't happen like that. It takes time to move that aid to them. So what we're seeing is Russia, outgunning Ukraine right now, and if they have our support, they're going to be able to stay in the fight and gain ground in their own country.
If passing this bill really does force a motion to vacate, if hard-right Republicans come after Mike Johnson for doing this bill, would you vote to save his job?
I think the way you got to look at this whole Congress is the responsible adults are in the room. There is a governing coalition of 200 Democrats and 100 Republicans. That's what we've seen time and time again on funding bills, must-pass bills, and you're going to see it again play out over the weekend. So, if
is Mike Johnson part of that responsible coalition?
Absolutely, and if getting, I won in a Republican districts. My constituents want me here in Washington to get things done, and if preserving that group of 100 Republicans and 200 Democrats working together on bipartisan legislation is something that we can keep, I want to explore that path.
That sounds like a yes. I don't want to put words in your mouth here. Would you help Mike Johnson keep his speakership if he pushes this bill over the line?
I would feel a lot better about making sure we continue to have a responsible governing coalition if we can pass these must-pass bills for Ukraine, Taiwan, and Israel. Absolutely.
This is politics, after all. I mean, if Democrats are going to be part of this coalition here, if this is the responsible group, should there be a bigger ask from the Speaker to say, like, all right, if we're going to be in a coalition government, let's do this for real?
And we are. And I think for folks like me, we are taking our cues from the real leader in Congress, and that's Hakeem Jeffries. And I think we're going to see him, lead our caucus on this issue, and I feel very good that we're going to be united in standing up to the minority of far-right extremists in Congress who have no interest in getting anything done or governing. They're here to blow things up, and they're here for themselves. So I would like to be able to push back against the Moscow Marges and the Matt Gaetzes of this U.S. Congress.
You mentioned you won in a Republican district. You're not running for re-election. How has that decision changed how you approach what's left of your time up here?
The commitment is the same. I promised, my constituents I'd do everything I can to try to bring this country together, bring our Congress together. But, they say I'm retiring. I'm not running because I don't have a district because of gerrymandering.
Right.
But I'm certainly not giving up or going out quietly in the fight for fair maps. And we're looking at a Senate race in 2 years. So, we're doing everything we can to continue what we need.
Anything you want to
Congress.
share on that decision-making process?
For
a
me?
Senate race, yeah.
Well, it's a little early. Right now, I'm trying to finish my job.
Congressman.
But I can tell you there are going to be just a few states that really matter in the next cycle. And it's North Carolina, it's Alaska, and it's Maine. Those are the seats that are going to make a difference if we're ever going to end the filibuster. That's, you talk about the other chamber, that's the thing that we really need to fix if we're going to be able to move legislation to protect a woman's right to choose, to end gun violence. We're never going to do those things unless we get rid of the filibuster.
All right, Congressman, when you want to talk more about that Senate race, you come on back, all right?
Absolutely.
Wiley Nickel, Democrat from North Carolina. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.